In this problem, we'll be using stoichiometry to find the number of moles of water produced if you start with 16 moles of oxygen. Now we can do this two ways, and I'll show you one way and then I'll show you the other. The first way is by using fractions and using ratios. Now, when we look at the balanced chemical equation, 2H2 plus O2, 1O2, produces 2H2O. This is a molar relationship, meaning for every 2 moles of hydrogen, we have 1 mole of oxygen and 2 moles of H2O produced. So we can use that ratio to determine how many moles of water will be produced from 16 moles of oxygen. So from this we know that for every 1 mole of oxygen, we have 2 moles of water produced. Okay? And so we can set up a ratio saying 1 mole of oxygen over 2 moles of water is equal to what we have, which is 16 moles, 16 of oxygen, over, and we're trying to find water, so let's say X moles of H2O. So all we have to do now at this point is set up the ratio, which we've done, and do some cross multiplication. So 2 times 16, it's going to be 32, equals 1 times X, which is X. And what that means now is that we have X, which is equal to moles of water. That means we have 32 moles of H2O produced. And that's the ratio method of solving for this problem. Now there is also another method, and that's the stoichiometric method, where we use the factor label method, and we can go ahead and solve using conversions. So we'll start with what we're given, which is going to be 16 moles of oxygen. And so we have to cancel out moles of oxygen. So we'll put moles of O2 on the bottom, and we want to get to moles of H2O, so we'll put moles of H2O on the top. And since we know from the stoichiometric relationship in the balanced equation that there are 1 mole of oxygen for every 2 moles of water, we can go ahead and put 1 mole of oxygen on the bottom and 2 moles, oh, we gotta get the mole there, so 2 moles of H2O on the top. Cancel out the moles of oxygen, excuse me, and then just multiply 16 times 2, which will give you 32 moles of water. And that is the second method, the factor label method, to solving this problem. So you may use the factor label method, or you can use the ratio method to solve mole-to-mole conversions.